Hey, what's going on? This is Raven with Raven's Arcana. Thank you as always for joining me. Appreciate you being here. And we're going to continue our series on the court cards. And next up is the episode, which is this one on the King and Queen of Swords. So we've been using the Rider Waite to represent these figures, these cards, these energies, right? It's not always about a man and a woman. It could be masculine and feminine energies, right? And the Tarot Suit of Swords will be about self mastery of the mind, so the mental self. And the swords can also represent duality, so the dual edges, and communication, and also conflict. It can represent conflict, of course, with the sword. So let's jump in and take a look at the King of Swords. So, as always, the King is authority. This is an authoritative figure, energy, person, right? He's sitting up high, what appears to be on top of a cliff, very fertile ground, right? So that's a good place to be. He has a blue robe, which in this instance, as well as the blue sky, will represent communication. So this is a master communicator, authority over communication. He is also cloaked with a violet or a purple cloak, and that will represent spirituality. So spirituality and the spirituality of the masses. So this card is governed by Aquarius. So Aquarius is rebellion, revolution, right? Age of Aquarius, if you know the song. If you don't, check it out. So this is someone that is a leader, a figure, an energy of rebellion, of revolution for humanity, right? This guy. Now he's in the clouds. Clouds are going to represent air as well, as the sword does, right? And if you look at his throne, it is adorned with butterflies. Butterfly is going to represent change, transformation. So a change in thinking, a change in communication is what this card could represent. You know, your way of looking at things could be different now, or it needs to be if it's reversed, right? You have a blockage. Now, with the King, being Aquarius energy, he's going to be someone who might be an advisor to the masses, someone that gives lectures. He is very analytical. This could be a professor, right? He has curriculum. He has communications that are very mental. Could be a philosopher. He analyzes everything. And he also faces his problems head on. He is facing us, right? He is quick and to the point with the sword. He says things that are in your face. He doesn't beat around the bush. Now, this can be a negative side of this, right? The negative side of this could be he has all of his communication that is void of any kind of emotion. He is brutally honest, in your face, to the point. It's not something that is passive aggressive. He gives you kind of a roundabout information. It's always in your face. And that could be a negative. It could be a positive, depending on how you perceive things, right? Now, with this person always seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom, very intellectual, this might be some person, an energy, man or woman, as always, that uses big words all the time, that doesn't know how to read the room, doesn't know his audience. He can also be very egotistical because he feels that he is above everyone, right? He is in the sky. He's above everyone. He is a mental master, a master of the mind, the father, the authority figure of the mind and of communication. He's master communicator. This is someone that gives you the facts, straight to the point. Now, he can also be very manipulative. This is the dual side of that. So he can give you information. He can give you things and present them as if they are facts, because he feels that he knows better than you. He might use information or communications to manipulate what he thinks is good for humanity, good for the masses, good to start a revolution, right? So that could be a bad, negative aspect of this person, of this energy, of this card, right? Hopefully, as always, it'll be balanced out by the feminine energy, the feminine side, the woman in the relationship, whatever you want to call it. Now, the queen is also up high. She's in the clouds. She also has the butterfly adorning her throne. So once again, transformation, changes in the way of thinking. Now, let's talk a little bit about her throne and the fact that it's facing to the side. So this is not someone that's necessarily in your face. And it's usually not in your face at all. This is a roundabout communication. That doesn't always have to be negative. She is influential. The feminine energy in the queen is influential, where the masculine, the king, was authoritative. So influential could be whisper in the ear, ideas, not necessarily communication up front in your face, this is how it is. But she's definitely very perceptive. She has a view from the top, just like the king did. There are no clouds, like above her shoulders. She does not have her head in the clouds, which means she does not have clouded judgment. She is very perceptive. She sees everything. She sees changes in mannerism. She remembers what you said. She remembers your routine. If you break that, she's going to notice. But you're probably not going to notice that she's noticing because she's not in your face about it. But getting back to clouded judgment, Libra governs this card. So Libra is looking for fairness, truth. She's a seeker of truth. Purity. She has a robe that is white and like a cover that has clouds and is blue, right? So once again, communication. Clouds for the air. Now, she's not afraid of conflict, but her conflict is going to be roundabout. She might do things that affect you later. She might use communication, or we're going into the negative a little bit. She might use communication that's going to hurt you. And you're not going to know about it. It's not going to be in your face. She's going to be very passive aggressive if you are looking at the negative aspect of this card, right? I don't think this person, this energy is going to be very direct at all. Doesn't mean it's a bad card. I mean, you have your head above the clouds. You don't have your head in the clouds. You're not a daydreamer. You're very perceptive. You're taking it all in. It's not a bad thing. This is influential instead of authority. So influential communication, right? She can give information, give communications, use her mind in a way that manipulates people. And she can be very vicious, or this energy can. With the swords, conflict, vicious, duality. There's two sides to everything. Right? There's a cherub on there as well. So the cherub, for me, will represent angelic. So this also kind of goes into purity, justice. She wants that. She's a seeker of justice, seeker of truth. She does not get that. Or she sees that you are going against her ideals. She will cut you passive aggressively without you seeing it. Once again, doesn't have to be she. This is just the energy. But all in all, both the king and queen are master communicators. They're masters of the mind. And if you're a master of the mind, and you let your ego get involved, you can be manipulative, right? So if there's blockages, if there's things like that going on, it could definitely go negative. But, be mindful of things. So this is what this couple really is about. Balancing out masculine and feminine with the mind. You're almost there. You've mastered that mental portion of the self. You should know how to do it like that. You should not use the negative aspects of that. Be mindful of the knowledge you've acquired, and use that sword, use that ability to communicate for good. Take care of people. Use that Aquarius energy to take care of the masses, to inspire the masses, to lead revolution, to lead rebellion. But use your head. And then make sure you're doing it in a just manner with the Libra energy, right? You're being just. You're looking for justice. You're seeking the truth. Using your mind. Using your words to communicate. All right. Thank you so much for sticking around. Appreciate your time as always. And we're going to go on next to the King and Queen of Wands. And hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a like. If you want to show your support, want future notifications on the release of content, give us a subscribe and enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Appreciate it. Take care.